करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपास्तमं वन्दे श्रीगुरु दिनतारिणे परमानंद माधवं। परमानंद हि माधव पदुंगरुचि मकरंद से मकरंद पान करी आनंदे बोलो हरि हरि हरिंक नामे बांध हेला पारी करिवे चकाडोला से चकाडोलांक पयोरी मनम रहु निरंतरे मनम निरंतरे रहु हा कृष्ण बोली जीव जाऊ हा कृष्ण बोली जाऊ जीव मते उद्धर राधा धर्म प्रज्जीत कैतपत्रो परम निर्मल सतां वेद्यम वास्तवमत्र वस्तु शिवदं तापत्रयनमूलनं श्रीमद्भागवती महामुनिकृति किंबा प्रेरीश्वर सद्य हृदय वरुध्य तेऽत्र कृतिभिः शुश्रूषुभिः तत्क्षणात् निगमकल्पतरुगलितं फलं शुकमुखादमृतद्रवसंयुतं पीबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावुका अनर्थोपशमं साक्षात् भक्तियोगं अधोक्ष्यते लोकस्यादानतो विद्वंसक्रे सप्तदशसंहितां जस्यां वैश्रूयमाणायां कृष्णे परमपुरुषे भक्तिरुत्पद्यते पुंस शोकमोहो भयापहा। श्रीमद्भागवतं पुराणममलं यद्वैष्णवानां प्रियं यस्मिन् पारमहंसमेकममलं ज्ञानं परङ्गीयते तत्र ज्ञान विराग भक्तिसहितं नैष्कर्म्यमाविष्कृतं तत्सुनन् सुपठन् विचारण परो भक्त्या विमुच्ये नरः। अर्थोऽयं ब्रह्मसूत्राणां भारतार्थो विनिर्णय गायत्री भाष्यरूपसो वेदार्थो परिवृणीतो सर्वे वेदेतिहासानं सारं सारं समुद्धृतं सर्ववेदान्त सारं हि श्रीमद्भागवतो इष्यते तत्र सामृततुक्तस्य नान्यत्र सेदति क्वचित्। कृष्ण भक्ति रस स्वरूप श्री भागवत তাতে বেদশাস্ত্র হইতে পরম মহত্ব। চারি বেদ উপনিষদে যত কিছু হয় তার অর্থ লইয়া ব্যাস করিল সঞ্চয়। যেই সূত্রে যেই রূপ বিষয় বচন ভাগবতে সেই রূপ শ্লোক নিবন্ধন। জীবের নিস্তার লাগি সূত্র কইল ব্যাস মায়াবাদী ভাষ্য শুনিলে হয় সর্বনাশ। যাও ভাগবত পড়ো বৈষ্ণবের স্থানে একান্ত আশ্রয় করো চৈতন্য চরণে। ভাগবত যে না মানে সে যবনাসম तार शास्त्र আছে जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु যেমন। श्रीमद् भागवतम कृष्ण भक्ति रस स्वरूप श्री भागवत ताते वेद शास्त्र হইতে परम महत्व। This is the mellow of Krishna bhakti. Srimad Bhagavatam is the mellow of Krishna bhakti. It is essence of all Vedas, Upanishads, Vedic literature. Last contribution of Srila Vyasadeva. চারি বেদ উপনিষদে যত কিছু হয় তার অর্থ লইয়া ব্যাস করিল সঞ্চয়। ব্যাসদেব took the essence of four Vedas, all Upanishads, all Puranas, and compiled Srimad Bhagavatam. Nigama kalpatar galitam phalam sukamukhatamrtadgrava sanjutam pibata bhagavatam rasamalayam muhraho rasika bhuvi bhavuka. Srimad Bhagavatam nigama kalpatar galita phala. That means this is the most ripened, sweetest, nectarian, juicy fruit of Vedic tree, Srimad Bhagavatam. Again, it has come out from the lips of Sukadeva Goswami. Suka literally means parrot. Parrot generally puts its beak in a very ripened and sweet fruit. After being touched by parrot, it becomes much sweeter. Similarly, the Srimad Bhagavatam, the most ripened, sweetest, nectarian, juicy fruit of Vedic tree, after being come out from the lips of Sukadeva Goswami, it has become much sweeter. Rasika bhuvi bhavuka. We invite and we call such devotees. Muhu, again and again, those who have developed taste for this Srimad Bhagavatam, Those are devil taste. The nectar coming out from Srimad Bhagavatam. We call them again and again. Please come and taste this nectar. Huh? Sadhu Margadas, are you tasting this nectar coming out from Srimad Bhagavatam? So sweet. Huh? Do you understand? Sweeter than the sweetest. Sweeter than the sweetest. Only nectarian juice is juicy. Nectarian juicy fruit of Vedic tree, isn't it? What is juicy fruit here in material world? You don't know? No, what is that fruit? No, the juicy fruit in material world. What is that fruit? Huh? Mango. Mango. Yes, mango is a juicy fruit. Do you understand? But it has a skin over it and a seed inside, isn't it? Mango. But the Srimad Bhagavatam is such nectarian juicy fruit of Vedic tree, it has no skin over it, no seed inside, only juice. Do you understand? Sweetest nectarian juice. You may taste it wherever you like. Adhe, madhye, antye. You may taste it in the beginning or in the middle or at the end. Wherever you like, you may taste it. And you'll get only juice, nectarian, sweet juice, nothing else. Such is this Srimad Bhagavatam. You understand? জীবের নিস্তার লাগি সূত্র কইল ব্যাস মায়াবাদী ভাষ্য শুনিলে হয় সর্বনাশ Vyasdev, Srila Vyasdev compiled Vedanta Sutra and he gave the commentary. The natural commentary on Vedanta Sutra is Srimad Bhagavatam. Who is the compiler of Vedanta Sutra? He gave the commentary. That is natural commentary. Vedanta Sutra is Srimad Bhagavatam. But Mayavadis, you understand, they don't accept it. Srimad Bhagavatam. The propounder of Mayavad philosophy is Sankaracharya. He compiled a commentary on Vedanta Sutra known as Saririka Bhashya. Mayavad speak from that. Saririka Bhashya. Do you understand? It's imaginative commentary. Sankaracharya's commentary is imaginative commentary on Vedanta Sutra. But this is natural commentary. This is given by Vyasdev, Srimad Bhagavatam. Who is the compiler of Vedanta Sutra? He gave the commentary. That is Srimad Bhagavatam. Do you understand? Mahaprabhu, Srimad Mahaprabhu gives us caution. Mayavadi bhasya sunile hoy sarvanash. Don't go to Mayavadis. Don't hear their commentary. Your bhakti will be completely destroyed. Do you understand? If you hear commentaries of Mayavadis, commentaries, Vedanta, Mayavadis. Therefore, যাও ভাগবত পড়ো বৈষ্ণবের স্থানে একান্ত আশ্রয় করো চৈতন্য চরণে Therefore, go and approach a Vaishnava, Bhakta Bhagavata, who is an embodiment of Bhagavata, and study Bhagavata and hear Bhagavata under his guidance. Study Bhagavata under his guidance, hear Bhagavata from him. Ekanta astra karo Chaitanya Charani. Completely take shelter at the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Do you follow? What is the need? What is the need of taking shelter of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Bolo. No, that's all right, only shelter. What is the need of taking shelter of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in understanding Srimad Bhagavatam? That is my question. Huh? Don't know. You know, Sukadev. How can you understand Krishna? Approach Krishna. Huh? Bolo. Bhaktyahum ekayagrajya. Krishna has said. Huh? Krishna has said how you can understand him, how you can approach. Bhaktyahum ekayagrajya. Bhaktyamang abhijanati. Bhaktyastu ananayalabha. Repeatedly. Only by bhakti. Huh? Only by bhakti one can understand me. One can approach me. Bhaktiastu anannaya. Anannaya bhakti. Ananya bhakti, unallied devotion. Pure devotion. If someone can develop pure devotion, unallied devotion, only he can approach me. Understand? You understand? Similarly, you can understand Srimad Bhagavatam only by bhakti. Do you understand? Only by bhakti. Bhaktya bhagavatam grajyam. Na buddhya na satikaya. Shivaji has said. Shivaji, one of the Mahajanas who knows Srimad Bhagavatam. He says this thing. Bhaktya bhagavatam grajyam. Na buddhya na satikaya. Only by bhakti one can understand Srimad Bhagavatam, approach Srimad Bhagavatam. He cannot understand Srimad Bhagavatam by dint of his material scholarship, learning, merit, intelligence. Do you understand? No. Some may think like that. Many commentators are there. Those who have given commentaries on Srimad Bhagavatam, isn't it? Of them, Sridhar Swami is the best commentator. Sridhar Swami, Mahaprabhu, Srimad Mahaprabhu has accepted. Sridhar Swami Guru Karimani. Sridhar Swami Anugate Bhagavata Vakhyana, Karo Bhagavata Vakhyana. Mahaprabhu, Srimad Mahaprabhu has said. Accept Sridhar Swami as Guru. If you want to speak and Srimad Bhagavatam, you understand? Study Srimad Bhagavatam. So, accept Sridhar Swami. You understand? By his mercy, you can understand, study. Do you follow? Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is also one of the best commentators on Srimad Bhagavatam. He has his commentary. So Jiva Goswami has a commentary. Madhvacharya has commentary. Many acharyas have given commentaries. Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada has given commentary. Our revered spiritual master, Sri Prabhupada Maharaj, has given commentary, Bhakti Vedanta Bhasya. Isn't it? Many acharyas have given commentaries on Srimad Bhagavatam. Shivaji says, by taking help of commentaries also you cannot understand Srimad Bhagavatam. Bhaktya Bhagavatam Rajyam. Na buddhya na satikaya. Only by bhakti one can understand Srimad Bhagavatam. Cannot understand Srimad Bhagavatam even by taking help of commentaries. Do you understand? As we can understand Krishna, approach Krishna only by bhakti. Similarly, only by bhakti, unalloyed devotion, pure bhakti, we can understand Srimad Bhagavatam and approach Srimad Bhagavatam. Because Krishna Tulya Bhagavata Vibhu Sarvasvai Prati Shloke Prati Akhyare Nana Artha. Chaitanya Bhagavatam. Vrindavan Das Thakur has said like this. Krishna Tulya Bhagavatam. This is not a mere book, Grantha. Do you follow? Sadhu Marga Das. This is not, is it mere book? This is not mere book. This is as good as Krishna कृष्ण तुल्य भागवत विभु सर्वाश्रय प्रति श्लोके प्रति अक्षरे नाना अर्थ. In Chaitanya Bhagavata, Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur has said like that. Do you understand? If someone thinks like that, it's a mere book, he commits offense. Do you understand? He becomes a great offender. It's not mere book. It's Bani incarnation of Krishna, isn't it? Bani avatar. Bani incarnation of Krishna. Do you follow my language? As good as Krishna. Krishna Tulya Bhagavata Vibhu Sarvasraya. As Krishna is Vibhu. Vibhu means Supreme Lord. Do you understand? Similarly, Bhagavata is also Vibhu. It's also Supreme Lord. Because it is as good as Krishna. As we take shelter of Krishna, similarly we take shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam. Do you follow? Vibhu Sarvasraya. Prati Shloke, Prati Akshare, Nana Artha. In every verse, in every word, even in every letter, many, many meanings are there. You understand? If you go, or if you want to explain one verse, it will take days, months, months together. Months together. Yes. So many. It's potent with so many meanings. Do you understand? Prati shloke, prati akshare, nana artha. Do you understand? Yes. Because it's as good as Krishna. Krishna is unlimited. Ananta. Can anybody limit Krishna? Huh? Can anybody limit Krishna? No, he is Ananta, unlimited. Similarly, nobody can limit. Srimad Bhagavatam is unlimited. Do you understand? Yes. It's unlimited. That is why it is said like that. Krishna Tulya Bhagavata Vibhu Sarvasraya Prati Shloke Prati Akshare Nanarthamaya. Is as good as Krishna is Vibhu, Supreme Lord. Srimad Bhagavatam is also Vibhu, Supreme Lord. And in every verse, in every letter, even in every word, many, many meanings are there. Do you understand? Bhagavata Tulasi Gangaya Bhakta Jani Chaturdha Vigraha Krishna Ichari Sane. Bhagavata, book Bhagavata, Tulasi, Ganga, understand? And Bhakta, which is an embodiment of Bhagavata. These are four manifestations of Krishna in this material world. Do you understand? And Sriman Mahaprabhu gives freely Prema Bhakti. Do you understand? So with that Prema Bhakti one can understand. Therefore, Ekanta Astra Karo Chaitanya Sarare. So we say like that. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita says like that. Ekanta Astra Karo Chaitanya Sarare. Completely takes shelter and lotus feet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gives freely Prema Bhakti. Then he'll be able to understand Srimad Bhagavatam, otherwise cannot. Do you follow? Bhagavata jena mane se jabana sama. Tar sasta che janme janme prabhu jama. One who doesn't accept Srimad Bhagavatam, the teachings given in Srimad Bhagavatam, the Siddhanta's conclusions done in Srimad Bhagavatam is Mletsa and Javan, and doesn't accept it. Is Mletsa and Javan. Is to be punished by Jamaraj, life after life. Do you understand? Life after life. So we accept Srimad Bhagavatam. Do you understand? It is teachings given, the conclusion drawn, and is not passive listening, passive hearing. What Bhagavatam has taught us, given us, we cultivate it in our life, put it into our practice. Thereby, we develop Krishna Bhakti very easily. Jasyang Vaisriyamana Krishne Paramapurushe Bhakti Rutpadete Punsa Sokamoho Bhayapaha. Say, only by hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, one can very easily develop Krishna. So what can others do when the Lord himself is unable to estimate his own limits? Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Lord Brahma, the greatest of all learned living beings, the greatest sacrificer, the greatest observer of the austere life, the greatest self-realized mystic, advises us as the supreme spiritual master of all living beings that one should simply surrender unto the lotus feet of the Lord in order to achieve all success, even up to the limit of being liberated from the miseries of metal life and being endowed with all auspicious spiritual existence. Lord Brahma is known as Pitamaha, or the father's father. A young man consults his experienced father about discharging his duties. So the father is naturally a good advisor. But Lord Brahma is the father of all fathers. He is the father of Manu, who is the father of mankind all over the universal planets. Therefore, the man of this insignificant planet should kindly accept the instruction of Brahmaji and would do well to surrender unto the lotus feet of the Lord rather than try to estimate the length and breadth of the Lord's potencies. His potencies are immeasurable as confirmed in Vedas. Parasya Sakti Vivideva Suyati Svabhaviki Jnana Balakriya Cha Svetasvetar Upanishad. He is the greatest of all and all others, even the greatest of all living beings, namely Brahmaji, admits that the best thing for us to surrender unto him. Therefore, only those persons with a very poor fund of knowledge claim that they themselves are lords of all that they survey. And what can they survey? They cannot survey even the length and breadth of a small sky in one small universe. The so-called material scientist says that he would need to live 40,000 years to reach the highest planet of the universe, being carried by a Sputnik. This is also utopian, because no one can be expected to live 40,000 years. Besides, when the space pilot returned from his travel, none of his friends would be present to receive him back, the greatest astronaut, as has become fashionable for modern builder scientific men. One scientific man who had no belief in God was very much enthusiastic in making plans for his material existence and therefore opened a hospital to save the living. But after opening the hospital, he himself died within 6 months. So one should not spoil his human life, which is obtained after many, many changes of bodies in 84 lakhs of species of life, simply for the concocted material happiness of life through increasing artificial needs in the name of advancement of economic development and scientific knowledge. Rather, one should simply surrender unto the feet of the Lord to make a solution to all miseries of life. That is the instruction of Lord Krishna directly in the Bhagavad Gita. And that is the instruction of Srimad Bhagavatam by Brahmaji, the supreme father of all living beings. Anyone denying this surrendering process as recommended both in Srimad Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, and for that matter, in all authorized scriptures, will be forced to surrender to laws of material nature. The living entity, by its constitutional position, is not independent. He must surrender either unto the Lord or unto material nature. Material nature is also not independent of the Lord, since the Lord himself has claimed material nature as Mama Maya, or my energy, Srimad Bhagavad Gita 7:14. And as me binna prakriti astadha, or my separate energy in 8 divisions, Bhagavad Gita 7:4. Therefore, material nature is also controlled by the Lord, as he has claimed in Bhagavad Gita 19, Maya Adhyakhyana Prakriti Suyati Sasarasara. Under my direction, all is material nature working, and thus are all living, things moving. And the living entities, being superior energy to matter, have choice and discrimination either to surrender unto the Lord or to surrender unto material nature. By surrendering unto the Lord, one is happy and liberated, and by surrendering material nature, the living entity suffers. So the end of all suffering means surrendering unto the Lord, because the surrendering process itself is bhavatsidam, liberation from all material miseries. Swastyanam, perception of all happiness, and sumangalam, the source of everything auspicious. Therefore, liberty, happiness, and all good fortune can be attained only by surrendering unto the Lord, because He is full liberty, full happiness, and full auspiciousness. Such liberation and happiness are also unlimited, and they have been compared to sky, although such liberation and happiness are infinitely greater than the sky. In our present position, we can simply understand the magnitude of greatness when it is compared to the sky. We fail to measure the sky, but the happiness and the liberty obtained in association with the Lord are far greater than the sky. That spiritual happiness is so great that it cannot be measured even by Lord Himself, not to speak of others. It is said in the scripture, Brahma Saukhyam tu Anantam. Spiritual happiness is unlimited. Here it is said that even the Lord cannot measure such happiness. This doesn't mean that the Lord cannot measure it, and is therefore imperfect in that sense. The actual position is that the Lord can measure it, but the happiness in the Lord is so identical with the Lord on account of absolute knowledge. So the happiness derived from the Lord may be measured by the Lord, but happiness increases again, and the Lord measures it again. And then again the happiness increases more and more, and the Lord measures it more and more. And as such, there is eternally a competition between increment and measurement, so much so that the competition is never stopped, but goes on unlimitedly ad infinitum. Spiritual happiness is anandambudhi vardhanam, or the ocean of happiness which increases. The material ocean is stagnant, but the spiritual ocean is dynamic. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita Adilila, 4th chapter, Kaviraj Goswami has very nicely described this dynamic increment of the ocean of spiritual happiness in the transcendental person of Srimati Radharani, the pleasure potency of Lord Krishna. Very important thing. Here, Lord Brahma, the greatest of all, Lord and living beings, the greatest sacrificer, the greatest observer of the astral life, greatest self-realized mystic, advises us to the supreme, as the supreme spiritual master of all living beings, that one should simply surrender unto the lotus feet of the Lord in order to achieve all success. That is the most confidential instruction of Krishna, Supreme Lord Krishna in Srimad Bhagavatam, and Bhagavad Gita. Sarvadharman paritejya mamekam saranam braja. Last conclude instruction. Sarvadharman paritejya mamekam saranam braja. Giving up all varieties of dharma, just surrender unto me. Because the lotus feet of the Lord, lotus feet of Lord Krishna is such a place where there is no fear, no lamentation, no death. অভয় অশোক অমৃতের স্থল তোমার চরণ দ্বয় তাহাতে এখন বিশ্রাম লভিয়া ছাড়িনু ভবের ভয় 12 Mahadanas are there and Brahmaji comes first. You understand? Swambhu, Narada, Sambhu, Kapila, Kumara, Manu, Prahlada, Janaka, Bhishma, Balir, Vyasaki, Vayam. 12 Mahadanas. Brahma comes first, Swambhu. Huh? Here Brahmaji says, best for me to surrender unto his lotus feet. And all should surrender unto the lotus feet of Krishna. Krishna says that in Srimad Bhagavad Gita is the last concluding instruction, the most confidential instruction through Arjuna to all humanity. Sarvadharman paritejya mamekam saranam vraja. Giving up all varieties of dharma, just surrender unto me. All Mahadanas, they have said this thing. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is Mahajan, great Acharya in our line of Sriman Mahaprabhu. He has written many songs, nice songs on Saranagati. Bhaktivinoda Thakur has written many songs on Saranagati. Do you understand? Saranagati means surrender. Bhaktivinoda Thakur has said that thing. Oh Lord, your lotus feet is ours. That there is no fear, no lamentation, no death. আত্মনিবেদন তুয়াপদে করি হইনু পরম সুখী আত্মনিবেদন তুয়াপদে করি হইনু পর আমার দুঃখ দূর গেল চিন্তা না রইল চৌদিয়ে আনন্দ দেখি আমার দুঃখ দূর গে চিন্তা না রইল চৌদিয়ে আনন্দ দেখি অশোক বৈয় অমৃত আধার তোমার চরণ দয় শোক বৈয় অমৃত আধার তোমার চরণ দো তাহাতে কোন বিশ্রাম লবিয়া ছাড়িনু ভবের ভয় এখন বিশ্রাম লবিয়া ছাড়িনু ভবের ভয় শরণাগতি Bhaktivinoda Thakur has written that. O Lord, Atmanivedana tuyapade kari hoinu parama sukhi. By completely surrendering unto your lotus feet, I have become now supremely happy. You understand? আমার দুঃখ দূর গেল চিন্তা না রহিল চৌদিকে আনন্দ দেখি Now I am free from all sorts of material miseries. No anxiety, nothing. I see everywhere, in all directions, only all happiness and blissfulness. Happiness and blissfulness. How is it? How is it? Bolo. How is it? How he sees all happiness, blissfulness, all in all directions, everywhere. You see such thing? Do you see? Sadhu Margadas? Do you see all happiness, blissfulness, rejoicing, or suffering? You feel happy, blissful? No suffering? No lamentation? No suffering, no lamentation. One who completely surrenders. Do you understand? There is no question at all. Because the lotus feet of Krishna is such a place. অশোক অভয় অমৃত আধার তোমার চরণ দয়া তাহাতে এখন বিশ্রাম লভিয়া ছাড়িনু ভবের ভয় ও Lord, your lotus feet such a place there is no fear, no fear. This place of fearlessness is said অভয় চরণারবিন্দ, isn't it? অভয় চরণারবিন্দ. Choranaarvinda means lotus feet. Abhaya means without fear. There is no fear. Krishna's lotus feet is such a place, there is no fear. If someone really takes shelter there, completely, you understand? It's complete surrender, not partial, not conditional or artificial. If your surrender is complete, not partial, not conditional, not artificial. Do you follow my language? Huh? Then you'll feel this thing. No fear. Do you understand? You'll be fearless. There's a place of fearlessness and no lamentation. Do you understand? Ashoka, no lamentation. And Amrita, no death. You understand? No death. Amrita means nectar. One who takes nectar, there is no death for him. Do you follow? The Krishna's lotus feet. Amrita, nectar is emanating from his lotus feet. Do you understand? One who takes shelter completely at his lotus feet, he tastes that nectar. Every moment. How will it be that death will come to him? Huh? No, death will never come to him. Death means Jamaraj. Do you understand? Conditioned souls, those who have developed, those who have forgotten Krishna, those who have forgotten their own identity, they think the body is self, isn't it? They developed bodily identification. So body dies means one dies. Jamaraj comes to them. Do you understand? Jamaraj comes to them as death. But one was taken shelter completely at the lotus feet of Krishna. Jamaraj never comes there. Do you follow? There's no question of death at all, that's what it's said. So one must ask this question, how is it that these Mahajanas, do you understand? Dear devotees who have completely taken shelter at the lotus feet of Krishna, they never die. There's no death for them. They never die. Huh? Bolo? Huh? They never die? No. How? Then what is that? So are they here now? Always? Forever? Huh? Huh? Is it? You have seen? Are you seeing them? Do you see them? Do you see Bhaktivinoda Thakur now? Huh? Then how to say? Huh? Do you see? Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Do you see? Where is he? Is he talking to you? Through me? This is philosophical question. Do you understand? Philosophical question. A Vaishnava has no birth, no death. Do you understand? Krishna has no birth, no death. Ojosniya Vayatma. Krishna said that thing in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Ojo, when I have no birth, no death. Do you understand? Last evening I was telling, those who are rascal, mudha, Krishna says, mudhayam navidanat. A mudha, a rascal, he cannot understand me. Yes, he says, our Krishna was born 5,000 years ago. And a hill tribe man was there, name was Jarasava, who shot an arrow that pierced into the heel of Krishna and died. Isn't it? Huh? And Krishna said they are mudhas. Mudhayam navijanati. Huh? Abajananti mang mudha. Manusin tanuasitam. Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, they are mudhas. They deride me as an ordinary human being, mortal being. They cannot understand me. You understand? How Krishna is there. Isn't it? So, these dear devotees, those who have taken shelter at the lotus feet of Krishna, they are not born, they are not dead. They have no birth, no death. Do you understand? They are eternally there. It's a question of appearance and disappearance. Do you understand? It's a question of appearance and disappearance. Krishna appears and disappears. Do you understand? Innumerable incarnations are there. They appear and disappear. Similarly, Vaishnavas, they are devotees of Krishna. Those who have taken complete shelter at the lotus feet of Krishna, they appear and disappear. Do you understand? They appear and disappear. Out of causeless mercy, they come down here. Anugrahaya saranti bhavyani bhutani janardanasya. Srimad Bhagavatam. Anugrahaya saranti bhavyani bhutani janardanasya. The devotees of Lord Janardana, that means devotees of Lord Krishna, out of mercy, they descend here in this material world and wander here to show mercy, to bestow mercy, shower mercy on these suffering souls. Do you understand? And your Lord, your lotus feet is such a place. There is no fear, no lamentation, no death. Do you understand? No death. Taking shelter at such lotus feet, I am free from all lamentations, all material fears, and even fear of death. Narayana parasarve, na kutasana vibhyati, sargapavarga, narakesopi, tulyarthadarsina. Sixth canto Bhagavatam says. Do you follow? Sadhu Margadas. Sixth canto Bhagavatam. You understand? It said this thing. Narayana parasarve kutasana vibhyati, swarga apavarga narakesopi, tulyarthadarsina. Those who are Narayana para, that means those who have taken shelter at the lotus of Lord Narayana, they are not afraid of any situation. Do you understand? Na kutasana vibhyati. They are not afraid of any situation because they are fearless. No question of fear there. Do you follow? Because lotus feet of the Lord is a place of fearlessness. Abhaya Surana Arvinda. Swarga apavarga narakesopi, tulyarthadarsina. They see everything, every place equal. Swarga apavarga naraka. Even heavenly planet and hellish planet, narka, equal. And apavarga, this Brahman effulgence, is equal. Is it equal? Is Swarga and Narco equal? Heaven and hell equal? We say heaven and hell difference. Isn't it? There is heaven and hell difference. Where is heaven? Where is hell? Hell is the neither planet, and heaven is higher planets. Huh? How is it equal? Huh? How is it equal? Can you say? Huh? How? Huh? Why is it? What is the tattva behind it? This question is tattva of gospel. You understand? This question is based on tattva. You understand? How it is? Because those who are taken complete shelter at the lotus feet of Lord Narayana, they are always with the lotus feet of Lord Narayana. Do you understand? Attached. Where there is a lotus feet of Lord Narayana, can it be heaven or hell or apavarga? It is Vaikuntha, isn't it? Where there is Lord Narayana, it is Vaikuntha. Huh? Isn't it? It cannot be heaven or hell or apavarga. For him, for that devotee, was taken shelter, complete shelter at the lotus feet of Lord Narayana. For him, that Swarga, Apavarga, and hell is equal because he sees it is Vaikuntha. Because Lord Narayana is there and his dham is there. Whether Lord Narayana is his dham for him, but not for the others. Those who are not taken shelter at the lotus of Narayana. It is difference. It is heaven or hell or Apavarga. Do you understand? Follow my point? Similarly here, this Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, আমার দুঃখ দূর গেল চিন্তা না রহিল চৌদিকে আনন্দ দেখি now I see in every direction everywhere all happiness, all pleasure, all blissfulness and rejoicing because he has taken complete shelter at lotus feet of Krishna. He is attached to lotus feet of Krishna. He everywhere he sees the lotus feet of Krishna or Krishna. Do you understand? He doesn't see anything else. He has developed such vision. Premanjana Surita Bhakti Virochana. Huh? Isn't it? Jahan jahan netra pade, tahan Krishna pade. Wherever he looks, he sees Krishna. Huh? Do you follow me? খাবার জঙ্গল দেখে ন দেখে তার মূর্তি সর্বত্র হই তার ইষ্টদেব স্ফূর্তি is such a person, he has developed such a vision, though he sees moving and non-moving entity, he never sees the outward bodies. He sees his Ishta, his worshipable deity, Krishna everywhere. Do you follow? As we are saying last evening, quoting Prahlad Maharaj statement, Mahadana, Ekanta Bhaktir Govinde Jattat Sarvatra Tadikyanam. Isn't it? Ekanta Bhaktir Govinde Jattat Sarvatra Tadikyanam. One was developed, another devotion unto Lord Govinda. He sees Lord Govinda everywhere. Huh? And Prahlad Maharaj saw him in a stone pillar, isn't it? Huh? Prahlad Maharaj saw him in a stone pillar, isn't it? And his demoniac father said, hey, what are you saying? Your Lord is everywhere, Narayana is everywhere. Is he here? Huh? His demoniac father became so angry and said this thing. Is he here? Will he come out? Do you understand? He drew out his sword and said, I'll chop off your head. Do you understand? But Prahlad was fearless. He was not afraid of Narayana Parasarvena Kutasthana Vidyati. One was taken shelter at the lotus feet of the Lord, which is the place of fearlessness. Where is the question of fear? He is never fearful. He is never afraid of any situation. He said, yes, and he sees. He sees, yes, he's there. He has developed some vision. And that fact, to kick off the prestige of his surrendered soul, Lord came out as Nrsingadev, isn't it? Yes, that's that. But whereas his demoniac father, great, powerful, very powerful, was conquered 3 worlds. Then sir couldn't see, Hiranyakashipu couldn't see. Then, because they are not taken shelter. How could see? Jamang pasyati sarvatra, sarvam cha mai pasyati, tasyang na pranashyami, sacha mai na pranasyati. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says this thing. Jamang pasyati sarvatra, sarvam cha mai pasyati, tasyang na pranashyami, sacha mai na pranasyati. One who sees me everywhere and sees everything in me, he is never out of my sight, and I am not out of his sight. He sees me, I see him, isn't it? I'm with him. He is a devotee who is completely surrendered unto the lotus feet of Krishna. Do you understand? Taken complete shelter at the lotus feet of Krishna unconditionally. He sees Krishna everywhere. He has developed that vision. Premanjana surita bhakti vilochanen santa sadaiva hrudesu vilokayanti jasyama sundaram achintya guna surupam govindam adi purusam tamam bhajami. Brahmaji said that thing also in Brahma Samhita, isn't it? Premanjana surita bhakti vilochanen santa sadaiva hrudesu vilokayanti jasyama sundaram achintya guna surupam govindam adi purusam tamam bhajami. I do the bhajan of that Govinda Adi Purusa. Do you understand? Do you understand? Who? Such a devotee was taken shelter at his lotus feet. He has developed such vision. Premanjana Surita Bhakti Vilochana. The ointment of love is smeared over his eyes, on his eyes. Do you understand? And he sees the all beautiful Krishna and Govinda within and without. That's Shyama Sundara. All beautiful. Shyama Sundara. He sees within and without. In his heart he sees, and everywhere he sees. Jahan jahan netra pade, aha Krishna spure. Wherever he looks, he sees only beautiful Krishna. Nothing else. Because it's constantly attached to the lotus feet of Krishna. Never deviates even for a moment. Do you understand? And they have developed some vision. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, Kaviraj Goswami has said, quoting the statement of the Lord, Bhakta ama preme bandhiya che hudaya vitore, jahan netro pade, ahan dekho ye hamare. Do you follow? Bhakta preme bandhiyate hudaya vitare, jahan netra pade, ahan dekho ye hamare. That bhakta, that devotee, my dear devotee, he has bound me up with the rope of love in his heart. Do you understand? He has bound me up with the rope of love in his heart. And wherever he looks, he sees only me. Jahan netra pade, tahan dekho ye hamare. He never sees anything else. This is question of love. Do you follow? I was saying that. And Mahaprabhu came. Mahaprabhu is not different from Krishna, Krishna himself. But he came to teach us how to surrender. Isn't it? I was saying that last evening. He came to teach us how to surrender unto Krishna. And he freely gives this. Indiscriminately gives this Krishna prema through chanting of this holy name. Namneiva pradurasid avatarati parejatratam naumi gauram. Prabhupada Saraswati says in Chaitanya Chandramrita, I pay obeisances to that Gaura who gives indiscriminately Krishna prema through chanting his holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Mukhya pathe jiva pai Krishna prema dhana. The chief result of chanting Hare Krishna is Krishna prema. Do you understand? Niraparade naam loile pai prema. If your chanting is offenseless, then it is pure chanting. That is Krishna prema. Is not different from Krishna, is Krishna. Do you understand? Who chants his holy name offensively, he sees Krishna everywhere. Do you see? Sadhu Marga, Krishna everywhere. Your chanting is not offenseless. Do you understand? Abhinnatal nama namina. There is no difference between the holy name of Krishna and Krishna himself, isn't it? Huh? Abhinnatal nama namina. Namo nami. Name of Krishna and Krishna. There is no difference. Do you follow? Sinama smarile rupa aise sange sange. If you really chant pure name, offenseless name, you say all beautiful form of Krishna, immediately it will appear before you, definitely. Yes, because there is no difference. Huh? And especially in Kali Yuga, Nama Rupe Krishna Avatar. Kali Yuge Nama Rupe Krishna Avatar. বলো নাম হইতে হয়ে সর্ব জগত নিস্তার নাম বিনা কলি কালে নাই আরো ধর্ম নাম সর্বমন্ত্র সারনাম এই শাস্ত্র মর্ম The Shastra, Vedic literature says so. Do you understand? This is not concocted theory or concocted story. All Vedic literature, Veda says. Do you understand? Kali Kale Namarupe Krishna Avatar. In Kali Yuga, Krishna has incarnated himself in the form of his holy name. No other incarnation is there. You follow? At the end of Kali, Kalki will come, not now. It's a name incarnation. Kali Kale Nama Rupe Krishna Avatar. Nama Haite Hoy Sarva Jagata Nistar. Whole world will be delivered. If we spread this holy name, chanting of holy name. Do you understand? Ano dharma nahi, there are no other dharma in Kali Yuga. Hare Nam, Hare Nam, Hare Nam, Eva Kevalam. Kalau nasti, nasti, nasti. Bhagatirannata is only one dharma. Chanting holy name, taking shelter of holy name. You understand? Taking shelter of holy name, complete shelter of holy name. We have taken complete shelter of holy name because it's Krishna, none different from Krishna, especially Kali Yuga. This Nama Avatar. You understand? Namete Soranapanna Hoive Sojon. Is Sojon, who is a devotee, Vaishnava, is complete surrender unto holy name, who is Krishna himself, isn't it? And we chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Always, day and night, 24 hours. Mahaprabhu said, Aharnisa Chinta Krishna Balaho Vadani, Ki Sayane Ki Bhojane Ki Vajagarani. Day and night, 24 hours. You think of Krishna, chant his holy name. Every condition. Sleeping condition, waking condition, dreaming condition, even while taking food. Don't forget Krishna. Huh? Do you understand? He is completely surrendered unto holy name. Namite sranapanna hoive sajjon. And offenseless chanting. No offense, pure name. Then he says Krishna everywhere. Do you understand? Because Srinama Smarile Rupa is Krishna, different from Krishna. As soon as he chants, he sees all beautiful form of Krishna. Not only beautiful form of Krishna, all the transcendental leelas, all the transcendental leelas of Krishna manifest. Do you understand? That is it. Not only beautiful form of Krishna will see, all the transcendental leelas of Krishna will manifest here. Because name is not different from Krishna. Do you understand? Pure name. And we are completely surrendered unto Krishna. Holy name. Do you understand? And he is not afraid of any situation. He is fearless. Kunteya pradijani name bhakta pranasyati. Krishna has promised this thing through Arjuna. O Arjuna, O Kunteya, O son of Kunti, you go out beating drum, proclaim this thing. My devotee is never vanquished. Do you understand? I give him protection. Do you understand? Was completely surrendered. Why he will be afraid of any situation? Krishna is there. Avasya rakhibe tumi taha vipada haite swami. Avasya rakhibe tumi taha viswas. It's unflinching faith. Bhaktivinoda Thakur has said, Mahavana, you must protect me. You have promised. You have promised this thing. Sona laibe je, take tumi udharibe na, tomar pratigya ei. You have promised that one who will take shelter at your lot of feet completely, you protect him. Do you understand? This material world is filled with miseries, dangers. Pade pade vipada. If you step, there is danger, isn't it? If you step, there is danger here. But such a devotee is fearless. He is not afraid of this thing. Because he has taken complete shelter at the lotus feet of Krishna. There is no question of fear, no question of lamentation, no question of defense. And is protected. And he sees Krishna everywhere. He has bound up Krishna with the love, the rope of love in his heart. Do you understand? Only if you can chant holy name, defenselessly, pure name. This is guaranteed. If you follow Sadhu Margadas, this is guaranteed. Yes. Yes. Then it said here, it's question of surrender. Krishna minna rakya karta, nahi keho aap. Krishna de rakhyakar palako amar. Krishna is my maintainer. Krishna is my protector. Who maintains you? Krishna. One is completely surrendered unto Krishna, completely surrendered holy name. That is his belief. Unflinching faith. Krishna is my maintainer. Krishna is my protector. There is nobody else but Krishna who maintains me and protects me. Krishna is Rakhyakar Palakama. Krishna is my maintainer. That's a fact. Isn't it? That's a fact. Yes. This is all. This is Namika Sonatva. The completely taking shelter of holy name. This is what needed. Another point is here that Prabhupada Maharaj has said, this surrender, Sarvadharman Paritijya Mamekam Saranam Braja. This Braja word is very significant. Means it's Braja Prema. And Mahaprabhu came, who gave Prema. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Jive Daya Kari. Soparsada Suyadhama Sahavatari. Atyanta Durlava Prema Parivare Dam. Sikhaya Saranagati Bhakatir Pran. Bhaktivinoda Thakur written like this. Mahajan, Gaura Priyajana, dear devotee of Gaurang Mahaprabhu, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he has written. Wonderfully merciful is Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Do you follow? Showering his godless mercy on these suffering souls here in Kali Yuga. He descended here with his dham, with his abode, with his associates. Isn't it? With his abode, Navadip Dham, and associates. Parikara. Sriya Dhama Soparsada, Saha, Nityananda, Advaita, Gadadhara, Srivasadi, Bhakta Vrunda. Isn't it? He descended here. Why? What is the purpose? Atyanta durlava prema parivare dana sikhaya swanagati bhagatir pran. To teach us surrender, how to surrender. I was saying that thing last evening, isn't it? That Krishna came in the form of Mahaprabhu to teach us how to surrender practically. Krishna said theoretically, surrender. So he came again in form of Mahaprabhu to teach us how to surrender. You understand? Atyanta durlava prema parivare dana sikhaya sranagati bhagatir pran. To give this prema, Krishna prema, which is rarely achieved, durlava, brahmara durlava. Even on the part of Brahma, it is difficult to get. You understand? And Mahaprabhu gives freely, indiscriminately that prema and teaches Saranagati how to surrender unto lotus feet of Krishna. Without this prema, without this love of God, love of Krishna, no question of surrender at all. Do you follow? Sadhu Marga Das. That's Mahaprabhu's teaching. Without love, your surrender is either artificial or conditional or partial. Do you follow? Without love, your surrender is either artificial, or partial, or conditional. Not true surrender. Not complete surrender. Do you follow? That is what. Our surrender is like that. Artificial, either artificial, or partial, or conditional. Not true, not complete. Without love. If you develop love, that Mahaprabhu is giving. In other words, if your chanting is offenseless, is pure, then Mahaprabhu's mercy is there and you get love. Do you understand? Then you will completely surrender without any condition, unconditional surrender. Complete surrender, true surrender, based on love. And gopis and Radharani, headed by Radharani, gopis headed by Radharani, are surrendered into Krishna. Only love of Krishna, nothing else. Do you understand? And they gave up everything. Sarvadharman paritejya mamekam saranam vraja. Giving up all varieties of dharma, you surrender. And they did. Example is gopis headed by Radharani. They gave up. They broke. They kicked. Marjala dharma. Veda marjala dharma. Vedic regulations. They are housewives. At the dead of night, hearing the sweet singing of flute of Krishna, they are running to the jungle of Vrindavan. Isn't it? Kicking their family tie. Isn't it? Da dustejya swadanarja padancha hitva. Do you understand? Da dustejya swadanarja padancha hitva. Bhutta. Hari vimurgya. Do you understand? They give up their family tie. It's very difficult to give up. They are housewives. Basic regulation is there. Housewife cannot live home. Do you understand? If she lives, then she becomes a prostitute. She will never be again accepted. Isn't it? But gopis headed by Radharani, they kicked up. They kicked up this dharma. Veda dharma. Veda marjada dharma. Huh? Kura dharma, jati dharma. Do you follow my language? Follow my language? Huh? There are, this is love, pure love for Krishna. Do you understand? Only if someone can develop such pure love for Krishna, only he can give up all varieties of dharma. This is surrender. Otherwise, no question of surrender. Do you follow my point? Sarva dharman paritejya. What Krishna says. Huh? Huh? Follow? That is why Krishna says, Sarva dharman paritejya. Mamekam saranam braja. Antam sarpapibhyo. Mukhisyami masuja. Don't fear. Krishna says, don't fear. If somebody will think, oh, I'll break all regulations of dharma, then I'll commit adharma or pap, and may say, think so. But Krishna said, don't fear, Masuja, don't fear. If you think that you will commit some adharma or pap, I will destroy it. Huh? Antasara papebhyo mokhesyami Masuja. Huh? He gives you assurance. Don't fear. I'll destroy all sinful reactions. Huh? Why one should be afraid of this thing? Huh? This question of pure love, prema. And gopis, headed by Radharani, that develops prema. Therefore, at the end of the purport, Prabhupada has just hinted it, and very difficult thing. This is very confidential thing. Here it says, it is said in the scriptures, Brahma Saukhyam tu Anantam, spiritual happiness is unlimited, no limit to it. Here it is said that even the Lord cannot measure such happiness. Even Lord himself cannot measure such happiness. This doesn't mean the Lord cannot measure it and is therefore imperfect in that sense. No, that's not such thing. Prabhupada has explained. The actual position is that the Lord can measure it, but the happiness in the Lord is also identical with the Lord on account of absolute knowledge. So the happiness derived from the Lord may be measured by the Lord, but the happiness increases again and again. It increases, ever increasing, ever increasing. That is a question, ever increasing. And the Lord measures it again, and then again the happiness increases more and more. And the Lord measures it more and more. And as such, there is eternally a competition between increment and measurement. Do you understand? There's a competition between increment and measurement. So much so that the competition is never stopped. It's going on eternally. Do you follow? But Prabhupada said, it is very difficult to understand. It's very difficult to comprehend this thing. But it goes on unlimitedly ad infinitum. Spiritual happiness is anandam buddhi vardhanam, or the ocean of happiness which increases, ever increases, ever increases. No limit is there. It's unlimited. The material ocean is stagnant, but the spiritual ocean is dynamic. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita Adilila, 4th chapter, Kaviraj Goswami has very nicely described it. This dynamic increment of the ocean of spiritual happiness in the transcendental person of Srimati Radharani, the pleasure potency of Lord Krishna. This is in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Kaviraj Goswami has written it. And Prabhupada Maharaj has one sentence he mentioned only. He mentioned only one sentence. It is very difficult to understand, dynamic. Do you understand? Here it says, this is the special characteristic of Radha Prema. Do you follow? Krishna accepted what? The mood of Radharani and the complexion of Radharani came as Gauranga, isn't it? Why? Why? Why did so? Yes, to test. Because he cannot. Prabhupada Maharaj said, even Krishna cannot measure it. Do you understand? Even Krishna cannot understand it. Ah, you understand? Sri Radhaya Pranaya Mahima Kidrusam. Sadhya Henad Bhuta Madhurima Kidrusam Va Modiya. Soukhyam Tasya Madanubhavata Kidrusam Beti Lobhat. Tadabhadya Samadani Sachigarva Sindhu Harindu. Isn't it? Three desires he developed. What is Radha Prema? Huh? Do you understand? What is Radha Prema? Radha's love. How can I understand it? Krishna cannot understand. First desire, first greed he developed. Sadhya Hena Bhuta Madhurima Kidrusam. What is my wonderful, extraordinary beauty? Do you understand? Krishna is all beautiful. Kandarpa Koti Kamaniya Vishesa Sovan. Krishna's beauty far excels that of crores of cupids. Isn't it? Cupid, Kandarpa, is very beautiful here in material world. But Krishna is such beauty. Krishna's beauty far excels that of crores of cupids. Do you understand? So beautiful. Madhurjaka Nilaya. All sorts of, is the source of, is the, what you say, mind, reservoir of all beauty, all pleasure is Krishna. Isn't it? Madhurya. Ekala Radhika Aswade Sakali. Only Radharani tastes it. Krishna's beauty, Krishna's that pleasure. Do you understand? Madhurya, sweetness. Nobody tastes as Radharani tastes. Ekali Radhika Aswade Sakali. Chaitanya Charitamrita is mentioned. And what is the, therefore, Krishna thought of this thing. How can I release it? How can I understand it? Unless I accept the mood of Radharani, complexion of Radharani, I cannot do it. He himself fails to understand his own beauty, own madhurya, own pleasure, own sweetness. Do you understand me? Therefore he accepted Radharani's mood and complexion to taste his own beauty, own sweetness. This is the special characteristic of Radha Prem. Radharani has given up all dharmas, Veda dharma, Yaha Parakala dharma, dharma in this life and next life. He has given up her own pleasure, given up her husband, son, kith and kin, Kula dharma, Jati dharma, family dharma. This is the pure love for Krishna, completely surrender. That is Braja Prema. Sarva dharman paritejya mamekam saranam prada. Therefore Krishna says, its purport is here. Srimati Varsavanavi, daughter of Vrishabhanu, Radharani, king, is Griha, her Griha. Do you understand? Griha. Sansar, his family, her family. Do you understand? Give up her family, husband, society, kith and kin. Do you understand? Lok dharma, Veda dharma, Arya dharma. She kicked up. She didn't even hear what people say. People say all bad of her. Do you understand? Yes, Radha, Kulota, is a prostitute. People say. She didn't listen to it. She kicked it. All these things oppose ill fame. People are spreading all ill fame about us. She kicked. They didn't listen. Do you understand? Because such love, pure love, she has developed for Krishna and for the pleasure of Krishna only, happiness of Krishna only. Do you understand? That is complete surrender. How can Krishna understand this thing? Huh? Krishna cannot understand this thing. Huh? Therefore, Krishna accepted this thing and came as Gaurav to test it. And by testing, to distribute it to one and all. Do you understand? He's distributing, giving that highest prema. Radha prem, gopi prem, Krishna gives. Through chanting this holy name. Very. He said, this thing, Kaviraj Goswami. Jadyapi nirmala radhar sat prema darpana, tathapi sat sadadhar bade anukyana. আমার মাধুর্য নাহি বাড়িতে অবকাশে এ দর্পণের আগে নব নব রূপে ভাসে মন মাধুর্য রাধা প্রেম দোহে হোড় করি ক্ষণে ক্ষণে বাড়ে কেহ নাই হারি আমার মাধুর্য নিত্য নব নব হয় স্বপ্রেম অনুরূপ ভক্ত আস্বাদ হয়. Do you understand? That is quotations. What Prabhupada Maharaj said. Yeah, this is Chaitanya Charitamrita, that he only. But this is the quotation. There. যদ্যপি নির্মল রাধার সৎপ্রেম দর্পণ তথাপি স্বচ্ছতা তার বাড়ে অনুক্ষণ আমার মাধুর্য নাহি বাড়িতে অবকাশে এ দর্পণের আগে নব নব রূপে ভাসে মন মাধুর্য রাধা প্রেম দোহে হোড় করি ক্ষণে ক্ষণে বাড়ে কেহ নাহি হারি. This হোড় means competition. They are doing competition. Do you understand? Radha prema and Krishna madhurya, they are doing competition. Do you understand? As Krishna madhurya increases, nava nava ayamano. Every moment it is newer. Similarly, Radha Prema is also increasing in competition to it. Do you follow my language? The Prabhupada Maharaj has said that thing, isn't it? In his last line of purport. Let's say, Horakari means by competition. Nobody is defeated. Radha Prema and Krishna Madhurya. They are making competitions. As Krishna Madhurya, beauty, sweetness, increases. Every moment, newer increases. Similarly, Radha Prema also increases. Isn't it? Radha Prema is not defeated, and Krishna Madhurya is also not defeated. As it increases, and that also increases. This competition going on, eternal. That is it. This is Radha Prema. Do you understand? So this is apurva, wonderful, inconceivable, this Krishna Madhurya. The Krishna's beauty and sweetness, nectar emanating from it, and Radharani tastes. Do you understand? Anu savabhinavam. Sukadeva Goswami has said like this. Anu sababhinavam. Navam means newer and newer. Every moment. Do you understand? In every moment. Newer and newer. And Siddha Swami has said, Nitya Navinam. Always newer. Nava Navayama. How can one comprehend and limit it? Do you understand? How can one limit it? Nobody can limit it. It's unlimited. So one who takes shelter, this thing only I can say, is very difficult, very confidential. Purport is there. If I say you cannot understand it, very difficult subject matter. It is for the Paramahamsas only. Those are Paramahamsas. They discuss all these things. Therefore, Chaitanya Charitamrita is said postgraduate study. Those are students of postgraduate class. Only they can be admitted. Others not. Neophytes. They cannot understand. Therefore, Prabhupada Maharaj not explained it. Only one line he mentioned. And Mahaprabhu gives that highest thing, Krishna Prema. This is Gopi Prema, Radha Prema. Isn't it? If you develop such thing, then you can understand it. Test it. That is pure, complete surrender based on pure love. Braja Prema. That is what said. Thank you. Yes. Any question? Yes.
How can we chant offenselessly?
Hmm?
How to chant offenselessly?
Constantly. How can you chant constantly?
Can chant
Offenselessly. Do you know the offenses? Gurudeva said. Huh? 10 offenses, nama aparadha. Do you understand? Don't commit now. You have already committed. Isn't it? Now you are conscious of the offenses. Gurudeva has said, isn't it? When you give your initiation, give Harinam. Huh? So don't commit it. Be very, very careful. Even in your mind also, in your thought, don't commit such offenses. Be very careful. You understand? Otherwise, how? You get prema, Krishna prema. Huh? Mukhya pathe jiva pai Krishna prema dhana. Chief result of chanting this holy name is Krishna prema. Isn't it? Mahaprabhu is giving. Huh? Other jugas is not given. It's not given. Very difficult to get. Very severe sadhana. Still, sadhakas cannot get. But Kali Yuga very easy. But your chanting should be pure, offenseless. Otherwise, you cannot get. Mahaprabhu is giving, but you cannot get it. Do you follow my point? He is giving you, but you cannot receive it. Only one condition. Chant offenselessly your name. Then it is available to you. Huh? Radha Prem, Gopi Prem, highest thing he is giving. Don't commit any offense in your body, mind, and speech. No. Constantly chant. Stupid mind, unless mind loves Krishna, you love Krishna. How can you put Krishna in your mind? Manmana bhava. Huh? It's question of love. Huh? If you have developed love for your wife, or for your son, or for your daughter, or for your so-called friend, and mind is thinking of that thing. Isn't it? For your family, and mind is thinking of that thing. It's not thinking of Krishna. We cannot develop love for Krishna. Do you follow? How can you become Manmana bhava? Like Gopi said it, they are manmanasta. Always, every moment thinking of Krishna. I said, they have given up, kicked off their family tie, their husband, their sons, daughters, jati, dharma, kula, everything given up. Only Krishna is everything. Huh? Because pure love they have done. Dead of night, they're running to the jungle of Vrunda, hearing sweet flute of Krishna. Do you understand? This is question of pure love. They are not afraid of anything. Not afraid of anything. Do you understand? Not afraid. This is when such pure love is developed. There is no question of fear at all. So-called Veda Dharma, Jati Dharma, Kula Dharma, one can kick off. And it's complete, sir. Otherwise, nobody can kick up. Dustijya, I said, Dustijya. Very difficult to give up.